Leaving the men's basketball program as Concordia's all-time leading scorer, Craig Hyman helped guide the program to one of the most successful stretches ever, with 4 straight seasons of 13 wins or more, including a program-best 21 wins in 2006-2007. A 3-time All-NSIC selection, the Marshall, Wisconsin native finished his freshman year as the second leading scorer on a team that took 3rd in the Northern Sun, with a 13-5 mark in league play and a 21-8 mark overall, while reaching the NSIC tournament semifinal. As a sophomore, Hyman led the Northern Sun in scoring, averaging 18 points per contest, and nearly repeated that feat in the 2008-2009 campaign, finishing with an average of 17.7 points per game, earning him second best in the league. In his time as a Golden Bear, the team never finished below 500 in conference play, tallying a 44-32 record in the NSIC over his 4 seasons. The following career records that Craig once held have since been broken, but points, field goals made, and minutes played. His career points and career field goals made still rank second all-time in CSB history. He was also an efficient shooter with a career field goal percentage of 46.1%. Matching his success on the court, Hyman was a 3-time NSIC all-academic pick while earning a bachelor's degree in finance. He began his career as a sales representative at ADP in Bloomington before moving to his current employer, Smith & Nephew, where he manages 10 sales managers across 3 states. Craig currently resides in Lakeville, Minnesota with his wife, Natalie, and their daughter, Hadley. Please welcome to the stage, Craig Hyman.
Thanks everybody for coming out today. It's kind of tough to follow Emily and Brendan when you hear all their accolades, first, and then second. But as everyone said, it takes a lot of people in your life over the course of 34 years to get, to this level. So I have a few thank yous. I want to start with Coach D, my high school coach. And you'll hear in a story later on, he really helped get me to the spot that I am at Concordia. Coach Bo, who's here, when I was being recruited, he was the assistant. And he was the reason that I really liked Concordia. And then when he got promoted to the head coach, it was just a perfect fit. Awesome 4 years, coach. The things that we did have never been matched in the men's basketball program. So it's very proud of what we did over those 4 years. All my teammates, Mike, Scott, Lowe, Joe, Bird, Calf, Matt. Matt's mom is here today, which is phenomenal. So many great teammates, so many great players, so much talent that we had in those teams. Just a great group of guys, and many of them are friends till this day. My family, my sister Beth, her husband John, here today, Kyle, who's also like family. My wife Natalie and my 2-year-old daughter Hadley, it's her 2nd birthday today, so we've got a lot of things to celebrate, so it's a great day. And then most of all, my parents, Jeff and Sheila. My mom and dad, countless hours in the gym, countless hours in the car driving to practice AAU all over the country for years and years. And then when I got to Concordia, they came to every single game over a 4-year span, home and away. I think they missed one due to like a 20-inch snowstorm in South Dakota, North Dakota. But truly, some of the games we played in Mary, Bismarck, North Dakota, there'd be 6 people there, and they'd be 2 of those 6. Just an absolutely incredible upbringing, and the work that had to be put in to get here, my dad was a huge part of that. Countless days after school, we'd be at the gym. He had a key to the gym, which nobody knew about. We were able to get to the gym, and even days that I didn't want to work, he'd be pushing me, shooting, dribbling, doing all the things that you have to do. it's that work that sets us all apart here, that we're able to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And my two nephews are here too, Keegan and Carson. And I'm really proud for them to witness me being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Their grandma, my mom, is also in her college basketball Hall of Fame. Their dad, in yellow there, is also in his basketball college Hall of Fame. So they've got 3 Hall of Famers. Unfortunately, their grandpa and their mom are not in the Hall of Fame, but at least they've got some pretty good genes there. They won't be at Concordia, sad to say. They won't be at Stevens Point. They're going to be much higher up, hopefully for the Badgers one day. But I'm really glad that they're old enough to see me be inducted. So, just extremely proud to be inducted to the Concordia Hall of Fame. I've got a story about how I was able to make my way here. So, senior year in high school, I'm being recruited. A lot of recruiting letters, a lot of visits, and I was having a hard time making the decision of where I wanted to go. And my high school coach, Dan Denniston, he was a great college athlete himself, and he told me, when you find the right place, you'll just know. It'll feel right. And we had a visit scheduled to go on an official visit to St. Cloud, and Coach Bo was, I'll use the term, he was badgering my dad to come to a visit here at Concordia. Well, being from Madison, Wisconsin, the only Concordia I knew was Concordia, Milwaukee, which is a small D3, and there was no way I was going to a small D3. I wanted to get a scholarship. But my dad had a rule: anybody who wanted to offer me a scholarship, I would take the official visit. So on the way to St. Cloud, driving through the cities, we stopped at Concordia. I'm assuming I'm just going to be in and out. And I go to the gym, and the guys are practicing. And I don't know if anyone knows Mike Cunningham, but he's like a 44-inch vertical, the best vertical in Concordia history. So whenever we would bring recruits in, it was his job to go out and do a bunch of 360 dunks, put on a show. But the whole team was practicing it, and I was shocked. These were grown men playing ball. I'm like, okay, this is a legit program here. This isn't Concordia, Milwaukee. So I went to St. Cloud, had the visit. It was fine, but if you know St. Cloud, it's college town in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't really what I was looking for. So then we came back a couple months later for an actual official visit to Concordia when we played Winona at home. We almost beat Winona. It was a great game, and something about this campus, I'm from a small town, small campus, but it's in the middle of the city. It really just started to speak to me. So my high school coach was right. It finally just kind of felt right. So I said, we're going to Concordia. So I came to Concordia the first day of college. I mean, everything works for a reason. The very first day of college, right outside here, we're waiting for the lofts for our dorm room to loft our bed. And I met my wife the very first day. Her mom tapped me on the shoulder, and I carried her entire loft, which I thought there'd be a elevator in the dorms, but they're like 100 years old, so there wasn't. It's like 95 degrees, I'm profusely sweating, and I get all of her loft up to my dorm room. I never would have met her. She was in choir, I was an athlete. I never would have met her if I wouldn't have met her that first day. Now we're married with a kid, and it's just crazy how life works out. You get everywhere for a reason. Concordia, we did amazing things here. We never reached the ultimate goal that we wanted to. Winning a conference title, but as some of the people know that have been here since, this is a tough league to win in the NSIC. When I was here, Winona had won like 95 straight games, a couple national titles. So every night that you played Concordia from 06 to 2010, you were in for a battle. We could lose a few games, we shouldn't, but we were going to be up in your face and punch you in the mouth. So this is just a phenomenal 4 years. It's a true honor to be inducted, and I can't thank everybody enough, so thank you.